What is up, everybody? Dutch with Deepbox Games, and today we're back with another Dragon Champion video. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over the top 15 things that we think need to be implemented in Dragon Champions as soon as possible. And the way that we did this is we went all the way over to the Discord section where there's a polls section in their Discord. And what it says right here at the top is that basically they have a bunch of suggested things that they put in here, and all things that get a lot of attention will be added to our plans and released as soon as possible. Use emotes to vote. So if you see right there, there are some upvotes and downvotes, and that's how they're judging on what suggested things should be implemented first. So what I did is I went through and took the top 15 most upvoted things, put them in an order of things that I kind of like the most out of those 15, and then also took 15 more for honorable mention. We'll throw those in at the end of the video. I'll run through them really quickly with almost no explanation, but they're things that I thought should also be there. So it's kind of 30 things total. There are 70 suggested things in this whole list. If you'd like to go through this list and see the things for yourself, make sure you join the Discord. I'll have a link for that down below, but that way you can go in there, upvote and downvote things, and kind of help things get pushed a lot faster. Don't forget, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, to give us an upvote by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't had a chance to try out Dragon Champions, or you're from our art community, make sure you click the link that we have down below. I'll put it in the description and in the comments, but it's a link to Dragon Champions. It's a free download. It's a lot of fun. It's something I've been playing a lot lately, and it helps me and the channel out, plus lets the developers know that our community is being very active by trying out the game. Alright, everybody, so this is my top 15 list. It's going to be slightly confusing. On the left side, you're going to see 1 through 15. That's for me. But right in the text, you're going to see, like, for instance, the first one's number 54, add 4 times speed for battles. That's really for the developers. I'm hoping that everybody can kind of screenshot this and use this in the future. And that's the exact suggestion number, so they can go in there and see which ones were most upvoted and just kind of trying to help out a little bit. So for number 1, it's number 54 and suggested, add times 4 speed for battles. This was one of the most upvoted things that we saw in there, and it actually is really helpful. Some people are finding that in the arena and other battle modes that they're timing out by just being timed out by other battles. Maybe there's 3 tank, 2 healers, or whatever the case is. They're getting timed out, so times 4 speed would help out a little bit on moving a little bit quicker. Also, it's just kind of a really nice quality to life update. For number 2 is number 18 in the suggested, ability to change your payout time. That is something I've seen so many people complain about. You're in different parts of the world, and the timing zone doesn't match you out for your payouts. You want it to be a little sooner or a little later. That's a big one for a lot of people. For number 3, it's number 1, the favorites list, ability to include heroes in favorites list. All the other games I play, Marvel Strike Force, Star Wars, doesn't matter. They all have a heart button or a favorite button or something to make sure that the characters that you want to farm are more towards the top. I think a favorite button would be a really nice quality of life update that should be really soon. For number 4, it's number 21 and suggested. I can't get over how ridiculous that is. Number 21, squad management system, allowing to pre-save and quickly select different squads for different play modes. That is so important. Now, with Star Wars, it really wasn't that big of a deal. When I got into Star Wars, there were plenty of squads that I could preset teams, but when I got into Marvel Strike Force, there was only a couple that you can do in the beginning, and then it took a while for them to add a little bit more, and it's been kind of a rough start for them on that. I kind of wish we had a little bit more, so I think it would be really, really awesome if not only did they give us pre-save teams, but make sure you give us a decent amount. Give us like 12 to start off with, and maybe implement more as we go on. I think having more save squads than less is a really smart thing to do. They've been so great about so many things, and they've listened to us, so I think having a decent amount of save squads would be just a really big thumbs up. For number 5, it's number 5. This is the first, it's the only one that matches up in number. Equipped all, a button if you have all the gear to upgrade to the next tier. Now that one's really important for me because I got to admit, it just saves me a lot of time going there. Instead of having to click each piece of gear, if I have all the stuff for all of it, upgrade, boom, it's done. That's a big thumbs up for me. Number 6 is number 12 suggested, replace the arena wins in Guild Quest with arena battles. That was just one of the most upvoted ones, is what it is. For number 7 is number 69 suggested, make special offers circles in lobbies smaller. Now, if you don't know what that is, which I don't know how anybody couldn't. When you're looking at the lobby screen, on the right-hand side, you get whatever was suggested to you, whether it's a new pack or it's to buy more runes. There's a giant circle on the side, and I have had about 4 or 5 of those at a time be on the side, and it gets really cluttered really quickly. To have those smaller, or maybe in small bars at the top, something to make them a little bit moved out of the way so they don't feel right in your face, I think is a great quality of life update. For number 8, it's number 2 in the suggested. Runes filtering. When setting filters for runes, they reset every time you switch a rune. You should be able to save your filters. Now what's that saying is, if we went to a character and we put a rune on it, we'll go to rune management. Let's just say that we're looking for a side and we want it to be defensive. When we confirm, they're saying basically if I put one of these on and insert it, that this would all disappear. So we're going to confirm this, and boom, it changes it. Now, if I didn't confirm it, I believe that I could go through each one, and I can, let's say, insert, and I go here, and I insert. It's going to keep them up for no matter which one I click. It doesn't really change anything. But for the second that you actually put insert and you put it in there, it does, as you saw, it changes the filter and it resets it. It would be nice that I could insert it if I like it and keep going, but for now, that one didn't seem like such a big deal to me, because just don't click the insert and keep it there. If you put something in, just make sure you still have the remove button for free, and it should be no problem. None of your stuff should change. For number 9, it's number 67 in suggested. Make tournaments, new game mode, coming late October, without ability to purchase additional tickets to play. Wait for 2.5 hours before you'll get 5 tickets is a great idea. That one is supposed to be what we actually talked about in yesterday's Halloween update video. In the new update, they were being really, really awesome by making it not pay to win in that aspect. But then when they came out with this one, it seemed a little bit back and forth, because the way they word the last part of it seems like they're kind of making fun of the idea. With the wait 2.5 hours before getting 5 tickets is a great idea. Honestly, to me, 2.5 hours isn't that bad, and you're also kind of taking away the fact that some people can just spend an unlimited amount of money and buy whatever they want. That sucks for some people that can't do that, and I definitely can't always do that. So I get why a lot of people upvoted that one. They don't want it pay to play, but at the same time, I do think that maybe a few packs, like how they said maybe 3 packs that you could buy, so there are 3 extra chances you could buy in. I don't think that's the worst idea, but I definitely don't think that pay to win is the way to go and let people buy as many tickets as they want. So number 9 was pretty important to me. I would go upvote that one. For number 10, it's actually suggested number 11, raid management system. The ability to initiate a delayed raid start in order to allow all guild members to register in the raid and receive rewards even with 0 damage. Now that's something that goes on in Star Wars and Marvel Strike Force. Tons of people have it to where you can get into a raid, and even if you get 0 damage, it's not a big deal. Sometimes you have lower level people that you're helping quickly catch up to everybody, so it is very helpful for the people that might not meet the requirements to still enter the raid, get those rewards to help out. Right now at the beginning, I think a lot of people are getting people into their guild pretty quickly and making sure that they're active, so right now it's not the biggest deal, but in the future I think it's going to be a big deal to find lower new players that are looking to level up really quickly and kind of be a good addition to your guild. So for now, that's not the biggest deal to me, but I can see how that's something that we'll definitely need in the coming future. Also, for people that are active in the guild, having it to where it's maybe set up for like 24 hours, how some of the Star Wars guilds do it, that's also nice for people that live in different time zones to make sure that they can enter in time and they don't miss out on the initiation phase. Next is number 11, it's suggested number 17, add ability to inspect players' rosters, not only single heroes. Going through their rosters, again, this is something we see in other games, and that's really awesome for especially if you're trying to help out in a guild and you're trying to help people, let's say, go through a raid or do better in arena. Looking through someone's roster and helping them out is a really quick, efficient way to help out people in your guild, and sometimes just help out random people that you meet along the way. For number 12, it's suggested number 4, leadership tag, to add leader filters for heroes. That one's nice, but at the same time, I don't find it to be that relevant right now because there's not that many characters in the game that have a leader ability. So it's good, but I don't think we need it right now. Number 13 is suggested number 16, add mute, block, report buttons for chat. I think that's hugely important. I know I've seen several other YouTubers talk about how great the chat is, and I guess that if you're a YouTuber, especially one that is doing well, maybe the chat is really great for you. Maybe you can calm them down, or maybe you can go in there, say hi, and everybody's super nice to you. But as a general player, as a regular person in chat, I can definitely tell you the chat gets out of control very, very easily. Do I care? Not always. Sometimes when I make a video, it can be frustrating, or sometimes when I just want to talk to people, and instead I get nothing but trolly comments or trolly people just kind of wanting to ruin your day for no better reason than just to be a troll. It gets annoying, so it would be nice to have either a mute button so you don't have to see it or hear from those people, completely block them to where in the server you start getting to the people that you actually want to talk to every day, because there are a lot of good people in there also that I'd like to talk to, but you get a lot of trolls in between. So I think that one super relevant. I don't know why that wasn't higher up on the list. 14 is suggested number 24. Allow to tap hero at squad screen when entering battle and get to this character screen where you can manage gear and runes if needed, and when click back to squad screen. So this one's basically talking about, for instance, if I'm going in and I'm looking at an arena and I go to click battle, and then let's say I randomly want to look at my tank, I can't hold a click and I can't look at their abilities and change. Let's say I want to level up a little bit of their gear or something on the fly. I want to make sure that I'm doing it as quickly as possible. I don't want to waste my time. So that one actually seems like a really good quality of life update. It would be really nice to be able to sit here, and if it was something like a raid, I could just quickly click on them and level them up a little bit more if I see that I had something available. That would be really nice. Now, last on the list is 15. This is suggested number 58. Allow officers to pin messages in guild chat. Now, I have found that sometimes I have to scroll up quite a bit when I get out of the game for an hour or two. I go eat, I go do something else, I live life. I come back and I have to scroll up to make sure I read everything I want and see if there was anything in there on how to do a raid better, or if there's any suggestions of anything. Having an officer or a guild leader go in and be able to pin something in chat so I quickly click something and it gives me the information that I need for that day, I think is hugely important. I think that is something that should have had more votes than it did. So that's it for my top 15 things that were upvoted. I hope this helps out the developers and helps out everybody else have an idea on what things might be coming up on the next update 1.2 or later on in the future. I don't know how quickly they'll get to these things, but I do know the more upvotes they get, the more they'll jump on it and implement it in quicker. So make sure you join the Discord. I'll leave a link to that below, and make sure you give them some upvotes. Also, if you didn't see something that you wanted in there, make sure you throw it in the comments down below, and whatever gets the most likes, I'll make sure to heart those and try to definitely get those over to suggested as quickly as I can. Now, for honorable mentions, these last ones I'm going to run through really quickly, so make sure you listen. Suggested number 3 is Hero Sort. Ability to sort heroes according to their stats, not only power, speed, damage, etc. Number 6 on suggested, shop in the search window. When searching for a hero, stones, or gear, allow to buy them directly from the search window if they are currently available without going to the market. That's a really nice one. Suggested number 7, gear craft. When crafting gear that consists of other craftable gear, you go down to the smaller piece in order to return to the larger piece that you have to press a very small button to make it larger, or back automatically. So that one's basically saying that when you have a gear and there's a smaller gear piece and then a smaller gear piece that you have to go farm, it'd be nice if there was a way to get back to the original one without having to click a really small gear piece. That one's a bit confusing. Number 10 on suggested, show how many times is left before refreshing raid attempts in raid window without the need to check characters at battle screen. Number 15 is suggested, select game chat preference. General or guild should be saved when restarting the game. That's a good one. Suggested number 26, add turn off chat features. That kind of goes back to the other one that we were talking about, muting or banning people. Number 33 on suggested, make upgrade packs for summoned heroes available again in case you missed them or they weren't guaranteed. Now that one has already been said that it's going to be implemented. That was in the last Halloween video. If you didn't go see it, I'll leave that in the description below. Go check that video out. Number 42, fix a bug when energy quests not always can be completed without game reload. That one's a bit hard to fix because sometimes it's our internet or sometimes our phones just shut off. That might be a little bit harder to do, but still good. Number 43 is suggested, add ability to unlink device ID to make game available to play with different accounts on one device. I kind of like that one because having a second account, I would call it my Deepbox demo account, where I do a free-to-play account, would be nice, but I could also see how people might use that to cheat, so maybe that one's not so good. I haven't decided yet. Number 44, make got an account button at the start of the game to skip the tutorial and log in with your progress. Yes, I think that's a good one. Number 46 on suggested, fix a bug with disappearing skill icons sometimes in battle. That could be very important. Number 52 on suggested, add a way to change guild leader if he's no longer active. That was just implemented on Marvel Strike Force, and I think that's working out fantastic. Number 57 and suggested is increase hard node attempts on 5 to 6. That one I think was done for a little bit on Star Wars, but it was 5 to 8 and people really loved it, and I didn't even realize it until they took it away from me, and then I was really upset. So maybe not do that one, because if you plan on ever taking it away, I'm gonna be upset. Number 62 on suggested, remove level up hero, equip item on hero, level up rune daily quest for 80 level players. So anyone level 80 plus apparently can't finish their dailies because there are things that they need to finish their dailies that aren't offered anymore. That one should have been on my top list. It just didn't have as many upvotes on things, but that one's super important, it seems, for anyone level 80 plus. I think I've only ran into one level 80 person, but I'm sure there's plenty of y'all out there that have been playing the game. Congratulations for getting to level 80. I hope that gets fixed for you really, really soon. That seems pretty annoying. Now, last, number 15 on our list, which is number 8 suggested, move raid cancellation button elsewhere. I don't know where the cancellation button is, but it seems like it's in a place that is not good because it had tons of upvotes and only 3 downvotes. So it definitely seems like something that needs to get changed. So that wraps it up for this video. We went through 30 different things that need to be implemented in the first 15 that we thought should be implemented the most. Make sure if you thought that other things should be implemented even faster or should have been on the top 15 list, that you add it in the comments down below. And again, however many likes it has, I will go and heart the ones that have the most, and I will try to bring them over to suggested if they're not there already. I'll definitely be showing this to developers. Also, please don't forget that I did join the Game Changers, so clicking the link down below definitely helps me out to play the game. So if you haven't tried it out, this is the best time to do it. Do it while it's early, and while they have so many awesome deals, it's the best time to join if you haven't already. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope the developers find it helpful on what things that they might want to implement in first, and I hope that we get some good comments on things that haven't been suggested yet. So don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Dragons Champions content. And until next time, later!